Welcome to Arcane Origins, and today we are going to take a look around Stranger Things. Seasons 1 to 4 complete recap. Before we return to Hawkins one last time, let's travel back to where it all began. This is the complete, expanded journey of Stranger Things, Seasons 1 through 4. A story of friendship, fear, loss, and the darkness spreading from the upside down. Season 1, The Vanishing of Will Byers. It's 1983. Hawkins, a quiet town where nothing ever happens, until one night, everything changes. Will Byers bikes home after a long night of D&D with his friends. But something follows him. Something tall, faceless, monstrous. The Demogorgon. Will vanishes. The town wakes up to police sirens, missing posters, and questions no one wants to ask. Meanwhile, deep in the woods, a girl escapes from Hawkins' National Laboratory, barefoot, shaved head, terrified, tattooed with a number 011. 11. Mike, Lucas, and Dustin find her hiding in a storm drain, and instantly their world changes. Elle barely speaks, but she can move objects with her mind. She can open gates to another world, and she's being hunted by the very scientists who created her like a weapon. Joyce Byers refuses to believe her son is dead. Lights flicker, messages appear on the walls. From the other side, Will communicates through electricity. Joyce becomes the only person who understands the truth. Will is trapped in the upside down. Chief Jim Hopper, haunted by the death of his daughter, starts connecting the pieces. The lab, the missing kids, the experiments, the gate. The kids battle a monster they barely understand. Elle becomes their shield, their secret weapon. But the Demogorgon grows stronger, hunting them one by one. In the final showdown inside Hawkins Middle School, 11 unleashes everything she has. A scream, a blast, a sacrifice. The Demogorgon disintegrates, and she disappears with it. Will returns home, but something is wrong. Coughing slugs, flashes of the upside down. The infection has begun. Season 1 ends with a quiet message. The upside down is awake. Season 2, The Shadow Monster. A year passes. Hawkins tries pretending nothing happened. But Will? He's slipping between worlds. He sees a giant creature made of swirling black clouds. The Mind Flayer, a being older and more powerful than anything they've faced. 11 is alive, hidden by Hopper in a cabin deep in the woods. She grows, learns, rebels, desperate to find where she truly belongs. She discovers the truth of her mother and the horrors that shaped her childhood. Meanwhile, new faces arrive. Max Mayfield, the fearless skater girl who instantly shakes the group's dynamics, and her stepbrother Billy, whose rage masks something darker. Will suddenly collapses, possessed by the Mind Flayer. His body becomes a puppet. His mind becomes a map. He becomes the enemy's spy. Demo dogs, the lab's failed experiments, swarm Hawkins. Bob Newby, Joyce's gentle boyfriend, sacrifices himself trying to save the others. In the end, it all comes down to 11. She returns stronger, older, angrier, determined to set things right. With Hopper beside her, she closes the gate using every ounce of power inside her. But as the tear seals, the Mind Flayer turns and looks directly at her. The connection remains. Season 2 closes at the snowball dance. Kids laughing, dancing, falling in love. While in the shadowy mirror above the school, the Mind Flayer watches. Season 3, The Starcourt Conspiracy. Summer in Hawkins. New colors, new music, new mall. Starcourt becomes the center of the town's entire universe. But beneath the neon lights, the Russians are drilling into the earth, trying to reopen the gate 11 closed. Steve, now working at Scoops Ahoy, teams up with Dustin, Robin, and Erica. Together they uncover a hidden Russian base beneath the mall, complete with lasers, soldiers, and secrets that could end the world. Meanwhile, strange things begin happening again. Rats explode into meat piles. People collapse. Billy disappears, possessed by the Mind Flayer, turned into the leader of a growing human hive. The Mind Flayer builds a new monster, a towering mass of flesh made from the bodies of the possessed. Its goal, Target 11. Hopper and Joyce uncover the Russian operation from the surface, navigating guards, lies, and an unexpected ally, Murray Bauman. But everything builds toward one explosive showdown at Starcourt. Billy sacrifices himself to save 11, breaking free of the Mind Flayer's control in his final moments. Joyce shuts down the Russian machine, but Hopper is caught inside. Everyone assumes he died, and Hawkins begins to collapse under grief. The Byers family leaves town, taking 11 with them. But thousands of miles away, a Russian prison holds a secret. A cell labeled only The American. Hopper is alive. Season 4, The Rise of Vecna. 6 months later, everything is fractured. 11 struggles in California, bullied, powerless, unsure who she is without her abilities. Jonathan drifts from Nancy. Will feels invisible. Mike tries holding the group together from afar. Back in Hawkins, the town is haunted again. Teenagers begin dying in gruesome, impossible ways. Bones breaking, bodies levitating, eyes destroyed. A new villain emerges. Not a beast, but a man twisted into something monstrous. Vecna, general of the Upside Down, breaker of minds, hungry for trauma. Max becomes his next target. Her grief over Billy opens a door Vecna can use. But the group discovers a weakness. Music. The song you love most can pull you back from Vecna's curse. And so the world watches as Max runs, floating in the red hellscape of Vecna's mind, saved only by the sound of running up that hill. Meanwhile, 11 is taken back into Brenner's old program, reliving buried memories. The truth unfolds. Henry Creel, the boy with terrifying psychic abilities, Brenner's first experiment, Subject 001, was the one who slaughtered his family. El fought him as a child, and in a moment of pure power, sent him into the Upside Down, where the dimension reshaped him into Vecna. In Russia, Hopper battles death again and again, fighting Demogorgons, Russian guards, and his own past. Joyce and Murray break into the prison, reunite with Hopper, and escape after a brutal showdown. But Hawkins is already dying. The group launches a multi-layered plan. Nancy, Steve, and Robin attack Vecna's body. Dustin and Eddie distract the army of creatures. Lucas protects Max as she uses herself as bait. 11 enters Max's mind to fight Vecna directly. Eddie Munson, the misfit metalhead, dies playing his final, most heroic solo. Max falls into Vecna's trap. Her bones break. Her heart stops. She dies in Lucas's arms. 11 refuses to accept it and pulls Max back. But barely. Max is alive, but gone, floating in a coma with no sign of recovery. Vecna is wounded, burned, broken, but he survives. The gates split open, merging Hawkins with the Upside Down. Ash falls from the sky. Fields rot. The air turns cold. The war has officially begun. Now, everything comes full circle. Hawkins stands on the edge of the end. Vecna is recovering. 11 is preparing for the hardest fight of her life. The Upside Down pours into our world, poisoning everything it touches. Friends who started as kids are now soldiers in a cosmic war. The final battle will decide everything. The fate of Hawkins, the fate of Earth, the fate of 11 herself. This is the calm before the storm. Follow and subscribe for more videos like this and stay tuned.